Hello, it's Darion, aka Oybella. And in today's video, we are doing this bone straight middle part jet black 4x4 frontal wig, okay? I'm so excited with how this turned out. It looked absolutely amazing. Still looks pretty good if you ask me. But anyway, I'm going to share with you the step-by-step to achieving this look, so just keep watching. Okay, so first things first, let's get into the wig, okay? So I got this wig from Amazon. It is a 4x4 lace frontal wig, and this is what it looks like. So it's got the combs, it's the 4x4 lace, it's super long, it's 24 inches, it came with a natural color, and yeah. As the video goes on, we'll talk more about this wig, but let's just move right along to bleaching these knots. So I'm using the Ion Color Brilliance system, and I decided to use the cream bleach instead of the powder bleach because I just feel like it works so much better when you're doing it on frontals and you're able to get that really nice, creamy, thick consistency, which is what you want. So anyway, mix those two things together like you guys just saw me do and apply it onto the hair. Again, you want to make sure that your consistency is very thick, creamy, but again, easy to apply onto the hair. So since it's a 4x4, you don't really need a whole lot of product, and it's not going to take as long if you were to be using a regular frontal wig, which is why I loved this thing. After it's all applied, you want to wait. I would say an hour. I know everyone's got different times, but for me personally, I have noticed quite frequently that the knots on lace wigs are just so stubborn that you really need to just wait it out. So yeah, that's what I did. And I also did this process twice because again, like I said, sometimes the knots are just super stubborn or they're very large. So it's hard to really bleach them and get them to the color you want them to be. But anyway, after you've waited the amount of time that you want to wait, you just wash it regularly and you move on. Speaking of moving on, let's get into coloring this wig. Before dyeing this wig, I'm going to use the Ebin New York Wonder Lace Bond adhesive spray and just spray that all over the frontal. This is going to make sure that I don't stain the lace of this wig. And to dye the hair, I'm using this Dark and Lovely hair dye, and this is just in the color Jet Black 371. So of course, I'm just following the directions and putting everything together, shaking everything up, and then pouring it into my boiling hot water that I've had sitting on my stove for quite some time now. Now you may not want to do what I'm doing, which is to use a pot that you cook in. But this is the biggest pot that I had, and I'm not gonna go out and spend money just to find a freaking bowl or whatever. No thanks. I just used what I got, okay? And of course, I washed it out with bleach and all that other fun stuff afterwards. So yeah, I'm fine. After everything is all mixed and it's been simmering for like a couple minutes, you can then turn the heat down and pop your wig on in there. You want to do this whole process very, very slow. And again, you want to make sure that you turn down that heat so you don't burn the wig, because that can happen. Just move very slow and you'll be fine. As you guys can see, when I'm putting the wig into the water, I'm doing various dipping motions just to make sure that all of the hair is getting covered in this watercolor mixture. And again, I'm making sure that I'm not touching the lace on this wig. Even though I did spray it with that Ebin spray, it can still stain the lace if it's being left in there for far too long. You just want to make sure you're keeping an eyeball on it, and again, doing those various dipping motions, and so on and so forth. Anyway, let's go on to prepping this wig for installation. Of course, we have to pluck the wig. So that's just what I'm doing here. Again, since it's a 4x4, you really don't have to do a whole lot of plucking, so it makes the process so much easier. I do have a detailed plucking video on my channel if you want to go watch that, but yeah, that's it. After plucking, you then want to go ahead and make sure that the lace just really matches your skin tone so you can have a really nice melt on this wig. So what I'm doing is just taking some foundation that matches my skin tone and also some foundation powder and popping both of those things onto the wig. So this is just going to cancel out that kind of ashy tone that the lace has and just makes it more to you. Customized. That's the word. After you've got everything all customized, we can now move on to installing the wig. First things first, of course, is to put the wig onto your head. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to take that even adhesive spray once again and just spray where you guys see me spraying. And after you've sprayed, you then want to go ahead and take your blow dryer and just blow dry that spray to make sure that it's very nice and tacky, and then stick the wig on. Very, very simple installation so far. Again, because it's a 4x4, you don't need to do a whole lot, which is why I love this. And if you don't want to, you don't need to use glue. You can use a spray or the got to be glued hair gel or anything like that, and you'll still have a really perfect and nice melt. Once I've got everything all tied down, I'm now going to start working on the middle part. So this is probably one of the most crucial steps to this whole look, and that is getting the middle part in the middle of your head. Which I know is so hard. It's so hard for me. And even after I was done with this, it still wasn't in the middle as per usual, because that always happens to me. But anyway, just make sure that you move slow. You're checking and rechecking the line, looking at different angles, so on and so forth. As you guys see here, I'm using a wax stick and a hot comb to really make that part stand out and also really flatten the top of your head, because you don't want it to be all poofy and stuff, because that just looks funny. We're going for sleek, straight goddess, okay? Okay. Now I'm going to go in and pluck the part. Now that my part is almost to the way that I want it to be, I'm going to use a heat protectant, spray that all over my hair, and then I'm going to start flat ironing this hair. So now we can talk about the hair just a tad bit. So I definitely don't recommend this hair. It looks absolutely amazing in this video, but it sheds so much constantly. And on top of that, the wig that I purchased prior to this one from the same company was absolutely terrible. And then they ended up sending me this wig. So they didn't exactly solve the problem, because they just gave me another just about bad wig, but whatever. If you don't mind shedding, then I guess, but like, no, she's not, she's not my friend. Now it's time to take off the elastic band, which I'm doing here. And then we are going to cut the lace off of this wig. I did not do this part on camera because it freaked me out, but I did do it. I can't cut lace on camera. I just can't. Anyway, it's all cut. It looks very nice. And yeah. And what you guys see me doing here is popping some got to be glued hair gel onto the perimeter just to make it lay really nice and flat and give me a nice melt. You know, we love a good melt. As you guys can see, the wig is still kind of ashy looking, so I went ahead and put some of the contour color that I use and just popped it right there, and it looks so much better. Now, these next two steps are absolutely crucial to making sure that your part looks stunning, amazing, beautiful. And that is to use concealer and a black marker. So the concealer is going to go directly onto the part to just really define it and make it kind of seamless and look like it's coming out of your scalp, you know? And then I'm going to follow up with the black marker, and that is literally just going to go, I guess, on the outside of the part. I don't know, you guys can tell when you watch the video where I'm putting this marker. But again, that's just making that part really stand out, reinforcing it, giving it its shine. And again, because we did go ahead and bleach the knots, sometimes you may have some mistakes and you accidentally bleached part of that hair. I don't know. Either way, it just makes everything look perfect. And after that, this is what you are left with. It looks absolutely stunning. This is by far the best install that I have ever done in my life. Now, I've done some pretty good installs, but this one was amazing. I took photos afterwards and I couldn't believe just how beautiful it looked, even videos. And I was like, wow, this looks great. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing loads more hair videos, makeup, and other fun girly stuff. So if you want to see it, then definitely subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye!